Yo, what up, what up? See man, Big Brandon Carter. Today I want to talk to you about counting calories. Now, if you want to burn fat, you have to be in a caloric deficit, meaning you're burning more calories than you consume. If you want to build muscle, you need to be in caloric surplus, meaning you're consuming more calories than you burn. That's pretty basic knowledge. Anybody who's been into fitness for a certain amount of time is familiar with this. But here's the problem. I've been training other people, like not just myself or my dumbass friends, like a bunch of people for over 15 years. I've been like a personal trainer, certified personal trainer for over 15 years. I've been doing this for a long time. I've trained thousands of people. And the problem I see over and over again, that's problems that people encounter, is they don't do it. Like they know they're supposed to count calories, they know they're supposed to, count macros, and they don't do it. Almost nobody does it. The only people they can do, some people do it for a certain amount of time, but it's hard to maintain. Like I've worked with like professional athletes, and they wouldn't, like their body was their goddamn job, and they wouldn't count the calories or keep track of macros. And the reason that happens is because of willpower. If you read a book called Willpower, or there's a book called The Power of Habits, what they talk about is we only have a certain amount of discipline that we can use throughout the day. It's kind of like, you got to think of it like a battery. Like when you go to sleep, you wake up and your discipline is full. Like you have a finite amount of it. And then it just starts to drop throughout the day. The more you have to use it, the more you have to use your discipline. Like, so it takes discipline to track your macros every time you eat. It takes discipline, even if you're using one of those apps, it takes discipline to put it, just to put it in. It takes a little bit of willpower. And by the end of the day, a lot of times your willpower is gone. Or if you have to use it for other things like work or school, you only have a certain amount each day. And that's why you have to really think about where you want to use your discipline. And this is why like guys like Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs or even Obama, right, the president, they wear the same stuff every day because they don't want to have to use their discipline or their willpower to pick what to wear each day. Like they want to save it for, these are guys who have to make big decisions every day, right? So they want to save it for things that are important. When it comes to fitness, counting your macros, it's important, right? Maybe it is important, but it might not be as important as other things you have going on in your life. It might not be as important as picking up your kids from school or your homework or completing a project at work or building your business or whatever it is. And so by the time you get to food, putting that shit in the app, you might fuck up. It might not do it because your discipline will be depleted. And this is not shit I'm making up. Like you can read any of the books I talked about, especially Willpower. It's a really good book. I recommend you all check it out. The best way to circumvent that is to have it all already laid out for you. And that's the best thing to do with your diet. So some people will prep for the whole week, like competitive bodybuilders or people who are in physique competitions or bikini competitions. The people who are the most successful that I've encountered, they prep once a week and they just lay out everything. They put everything in little Tupperwares and then they walk around the city with it each day, and it's already laid out for them. They don't have to think about it. And you might not want to do that. That's extreme, right? But these guys have to get to ridiculous amounts of body fat to go up stage and win competitions. You might just want to get ripped for the summer. You might not want to go that hard. But if you're trying to count your calories each meal, if you're trying to do arithmetic every time you eat, or like put it in an app, you might not have the discipline to do that by the end of the day, or you might slip. But more importantly, it's hard to be accurate. For instance, unless you prep everything at home like the bodybuilders do, it's going to be real difficult to get a level of accuracy in your macros. For instance, if you go to Chipotle and you want one of them poison burritos, right? Did they fix that problem, or like Chipotle people still getting sick off that shit? They fixed it. All right, cool. No more poison burritos. All right, so if you're going to Chipotle and you get like a burrito bowl, you know, the guys, he's just gonna scoop that rice in there. He's not measuring it. He's not making sure this is 2 cups of rice. He's just scooping it. It's probably some fucking high school kid and he's just scooping that shit in there. Or the beans, he's just throwing it in there, tossing the shit on. Like, they're not measuring it, right? So it's gonna be difficult to do. You're gonna be guessing. It's gonna be difficult to get any degree of real accuracy. And then if you go to a restaurant or something, you don't know what kind of oil to cook, use to make that. You know, if you start asking questions like that, oh, exactly how much oil and what kind of oil did he use to make that, and exactly how much did he put on the pan? That's a good way for someone to put their motherfucking nuts on your that's a good way to get some nuts laid on your entree. I know this because I used to be a manager at a restaurant, and you know, hey man, I'll just say I've had cilantro on my nuts before. And someone had to eat that cilantro. I'm just saying, it's a real thing, it happens. You wanna be nice and you wanna be affable when you go out to eat, because we will get revenge. Vengeance will come upon you. I digress. So the easiest way to track your macros is to make sure that you just have it planned out and before. Just have that shit planned out. And that's why later this week, just for a short period of time, we're gonna be offering custom meal plans. So we're gonna take your stats, all right, your height, your weight, and your specific goals. That's really important, your specific goals. And we're gonna take into account your activity level, your age, your metabolism, your body type, and then make a plan that's customized for you. See the problem, a lot of people go out and get these cookie cutter plans they buy them offline, or they just go to a website or a magazine and they wonder why it doesn't work. Well, that's because it was just some regular shit. It was just some regular cookie cutter shit. It may work for you, it may not, but it wouldn't work. But we can guarantee that it works for you if it's customized for you.
Used to be 300 pounds.
I used to be 334 pounds.
What's your weight now?
Right now I'm like 190.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Yo. Bruh, how'd you lose that weight?
Yeah, I watch your videos.
Word. Yo, my man said he lost 300 pounds working to watch a video. I ran into him in it. Yo, that's what's up.
Watching your videos, man. I watch you in the morning. I get up and do my cardio. I watch your joint when you talk about cutting.
Yeah.
I watch all of that, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Just like go for it, make some like different changes in your workout, different like eating habits, find different stuff.
And how that worked out for you?
Pretty good.
Fucking making gains.
Man, listen, you are no kidding inspiring many across the board, bro. So we still looking at you like
That's what's up.
counting calories, like we're about to get this shit.
Nice.
Real, when you break down the way eating and stuff like that and not counting all that other stuff. So yo, I really fucking with you on that. No doubt.
Yeah, I've been training people a long time. I've been doing this for a long time, 15 years, a certified personal trainer and nutritionist, and I've helped thousands of people accomplish their fitness goals. You can say whatever you want about me. I don't care. You know, people call me a dumb nigger, a retard, you know, ignorant. Cool, but you cannot say. You can say all that stuff. There may be some truth to a lot of that, but you cannot say that I don't help people accomplish their goals. That's what we do. We help people accomplish their fitness goals, and you just can't take that away from me. There's too much evidence to support it. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see tons of testimonials. Like, I have more than I can even post. And the thing is with me, I tag the motherfucker. Like, you can go on the page, tag them, and then ask them if this is real or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty transparent. I don't think anyone else is doing that, because a lot of these motherfuckers can't. Right? It takes you have to do something for a certain amount of time to develop the expertise to be confident that you'll get the results. Like, I can say with certitude that I will get you the results if you work with me. And I haven't been able to do these custom meal plans for people. Like, I used to do it all the time when I was a trainer, when I was training, back when I used to train 10 people a day in different gyms. We always do a custom meal plan for people, and I got good at it, really good at it over the years. But it's time consuming. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of effort to do it, so we haven't been doing it, but we're gonna open it up for a week, about a week. Unless we get too many, then we'll cut it off, but about a week if everybody wants to get in. So below there's gonna be a link where you can sign up and make sure you're on the notification list so you don't miss out on your opportunity to get it. Because we just wanna make sure that more people get the results. You know, you always see that guy. We've all seen this guy in the gym. Maybe it's you, right? In the gym, every day, going hard, sweating like a whore in church, and getting no results. And it makes me sad because I know why it is his diet. Diet is the most important part. You can't out-train a bad diet. And maybe what makes it worse, he might be following a plan that he got off the internet or some shit, but it may not be the right plan for him because everybody's different. But once we take your stats, when we take an assessment, we'll be able to make a plan that's catered to you and guaranteed to work. It's gonna be 100% money back guarantee, guaranteed to work. I can say that just because I know if you do it, it will work. And if you don't like it for any reason, you can get your money back, no big deal. We're also gonna throw in a bunch of bonuses. I got the book, Simple Shredded Solutions, not even out, all about intermittent fasting. So we're gonna add that as a bonus. I got another book called the Get Ripped Fast Manual. So basically, this is me capsulating all the everything I've learned over a 15-year career in the fitness industry about burning fat and getting ripped. We encapsulated the most important information, all the mistakes, everything we learned, everything we know, and put it in one manual so you'll have that knowledge easily. You won't have to train thousands of people for a decade and a half to get the information. You can just read the manual that we wrote about it. Then, most importantly, we're adding group coaching calls to everybody who gets it. So we're gonna do 3 group coaching calls. So if you get one of the meal plans, you will be able to get on this group coaching call, and it'll be small enough that I'll be able to answer everyone's question. I'm gonna make sure I answer everyone's questions. So any problem you're having, any issues, everything you're struggling with the program, with the plan that we made for you, we'll be able to address it. All right, and this helps us guarantee the results, and it's gonna be free. Usually, for consultations like that, I charge like $20 an hour. So this is gonna be a $600 value because there's gonna be 3 of these sessions. So this is gonna be a thing that's only gonna be available for 1 week because it's gonna be time consuming to make all these plans for everyone. Like, we're really gonna make it individual. It's not that cookie cutter shit you just buy offline and wonder why it didn't work. Well, it wasn't tailored to you, man. There's a difference between buying a sports jacket from JCPenney's or some shit off the rack, or going to a tailor and having them custom design, a blazer for you. It's totally different, This is a couture plan. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that regular shit, man. This ain't the regs. It's the primo. So anyway, if you're interested in that, there's a link below, you can get it. But even if you don't get that, main takeaway, make sure you're following the plan and you lay it out in a way where you don't have to use discipline every time you eat. You don't have to do arithmetic every time you eat. If you can just have it, you mapped out, you know what you're gonna eat every time, and you don't have to think about it, you'll have a better chance of success. If you have to use your discipline every time you eat, is a recipe for disaster. If you just automate the system, have that shit laid out, you'll do a lot better. Whether you get one of our custom plans or just do something on your own, just make sure you can take discipline out of it. You'll be in better shape. All right, peace.